What's up, YouTube? This is Key Whistle here. Got a video for you guys today. Today I want to go over what I think is one of the best starting Warframes in Warframe currently up to date. So you're all probably going to know who it is, but obviously it's going to be Rhino because he's so user-friendly. He's a tank, he's great support, he's pretty much good in every single situation. There's not really a downside to Rhino. So going first into it, this is my Rhino here. You couldn't get away with using Rhino, just normal Rhino, but I have Rhino Prime. So let's going straight into his skills. Didn't mean to do that, but so here are Rhino skills. We got Rhino Charge, which basically just you charge in front of a target. Not really what I spec into, but it's a decent skill. His next skill's what makes him very tanky, Iron Skin, which Rhino hardens his skin, insulating himself from all damage. Next skill is War, which is just a straight damage percent increase for a certain amount of time. And next skill is Rhino Stomp. This is arguably one of the best crowd control skills in the game. It's still good. It's not something I spec into, but it's still a great skill nonetheless. Basically, you just stomp the ground, enemies will be suspended in midair, depending on how long you and how you spec into it will increase the duration or the range. So basically, what makes Rhino so user-friendly is Iron Skin and War. So Iron Skin just makes you more tanky, War gives you more damage. So pretty much any gun you could use with Rhino will become great. It's not as great as like some others damage increase like Chromas or Mirages, but it's still good. And for how early you could get Rhino in the game, this should be a given for almost any new player. So how I build my Rhino is, as we can see in the bottom left corner, I go for duration. Well, I go more for strength for strength on Roar, a little bit of duration, and then some efficiency. And my range is completely at 40% because it's just not a range build. And most of the time, for people to get my Roar, they have to be pretty much right on top of me. So we'll go into the mod setup. It's not the best mod setup. There's definitely more you can get away with, but for my center mod slot or my aura mod slot, I got Steel Charge for more melee damage. You can switch that to whatever you like, personal preference. Go with Fleeting Expertise for more efficiency but less duration. Transient Fortitude for more strength but less duration. Intensify for more strength. Narrow Might for more duration but less range. Continuity for more duration. If you have the Forma, you can go ahead and put in Prime Continuity in there. Prime Flow for energy max. You honestly don't need this. Rhino's very energy efficient, so you don't really need to use Prime Flow, but I use it. Blind Rage for more ability strength but less efficiency. So basically, I'm buffing my Roar and my Iron Skin to last longer and my War to give me more damage. The reason why I'm not using Fatality or Redirection is, number one, I have not forming him that much. But number two, you honestly don't need it because you're going to have Iron Skin on the whole time, and the Iron Skin is the one that's going to be taking the damage. You won't be losing no health when Iron Skin is up, and it pretty much should be up 100% of the time while you're playing. So that's it for how I mod binds. I'll go and just show you guys how I play my Rhino. I'll see you guys back then. Alright guys, I'm back here with some gameplay of my Rhino. So as you can see, every time, if you're playing a Rhino, you always want to basically have Iron Skin on. It's basically your tanking ability. You'll take no damage for the duration that it's on, and as soon as it comes off, just recast it. If you keep watching the video, you can basically see that mine's is pretty much on the entire, this whole entire mission, because honestly these enemies are not that strong, so you're most likely not going to lose it that easily. And also, I use my Roar to pretty much make the damage increase on my weapons better, like my Ignis Wraith, which is not heavily modded, well, heavily formatted to be honest, but it just makes this gun way more better. So he's very simple. He looks really cool. It's nothing too complicated about him. He's very easy. It's basically how, if you want to be the support and the tanky type, all you got to do is use Iron Skin and Roar basically. So it's not really that hard to play him, which, you know, some people might prefer to play harder or more like gimmicky Warframes. Sometimes I do, but my personal play style is basically support, buffing my damage and staying alive the whole time. I don't like being squishy. I hate dying all the time. But yeah, this is what I would think would be one of the best noob friendly, or I don't like using the word noob, but new player friendly Warframes. He's really great. If you can't get Rhino Prime, just go for regular Rhino. You're just missing out on some little features that Primes get, like a little bit more energy, sometimes a little bit more sprint speed, or a little bit more armor, or some bot slots. So don't let that get you down. If you can't get Rhino Prime, just go ahead and go get no more Rhino. And if I'm right, Rhino Prime has been unvaulted. So yeah, go get him, you guys. Everybody should have a Rhino. He's good in every scenario. He's good for sorties, high-level missions. He's great. Alright, guys. Go ahead and slap that subscribe button if what you think about the video. If you like the video, go ahead and leave in the comments what you think I should do better on, or just anything that could help me. Because this is actually like one of my first videos. You know, it's not going to be that great, but I like what I'm doing right now. It's what you got to do sometimes to get better at stuff. You got to trial and error. But alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Let's go!